So when I did Sons, that was another situation where there was no role written.
Oh, wow.
They asked me to do the pilot as a favor. It was John Linson, this guy John Linson, and he was friends with an old friend of mine. It was really just a favor to do their pilot because they didn't have anybody in it that anybody knew yet, except for Katie. So Katie Seagal, and it would have been me. The other characters weren't like super well known on television. Some film actors and stuff, and great actors. But I die in the pilot of that show. I mean, I die. So that's it. Just dead. You know. When FX heard that they got me to do it, they were like, "Well, would she stay?" And they asked me if I'd stay, and I said, "Of course I'll stay." But is there a role? I mean, what are you going to do with me? I just died. They brought her back to life and kept her.
Wow.
And didn't know what they were going to do with her, so that was a little confusing in the beginning about where she was going to go. But we knew she was a victim, and we knew she was Jax's victim.
Yeah.
And that was, and then this was a shitty thing. The show tested really great. That was a great thing, but then they didn't need me, and they were paying me too much money, I guess, in their minds, just to stick around for a couple of episodes. And they were like, "We're going to cut your pay in half because we don't really need you." And when you hear that, that was my second big show. And I'm like, fuck this industry. We don't need you. Like, so now we're going to cut your pay in half? Like, what the fuck kind of bullshit is that? That doesn't do wonders for your ego.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's not exactly teamwork, right?
No.
There's not.
But I could have stayed. Like a lot of actors might have stayed. I said, fuck you. I'm out of here. And I went and did Desperate Housewives instead. And then I watched the show and I was like, all my friends are like, "Dre, you need to go back. Because now it was like our soap opera." And I watched it while I was sick. And I texted Kurt Sutter and I go, "Yo, just bring me back for what? I'll just do it for nothing. I don't care. Just let's fuck shit up right now. Bring her back just to mess with people." And we did. And I basically did that show for almost nothing.
Wow.
And that's the truth. It was more like just going in to do it. And then the season finale, they needed her to stay, and they needed the character to stay in one place because I was never in town. He'd call me and be like, "Can you do it this week? Can you come in?" This was always like a last minute thing. I was never really a character on Sons. And that's weird because people really associate me with that show to a large degree. Not as much as Sopranos, but it is funny because I was never regular on Sons.
Yeah, that is a crazy story. I don't know how all that like worked out, and then wow.
The last season was really the only season where they paid me to stay in one place.
Wow. Where'd they film that? Was that out here?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, in the Valley.
That's awesome.
Wow. Wendy. But Wendy was, they even, I don't know if you've watched Sons, but there is a line. I can't believe they did this, but they've done this on a couple of shows. But they say it to me, like, "Be careful or I'll Adriana you," or something. They say it.
Wow.
to Wendy.
Wow.
I think.
I've literally seen every episode.
They say it on the show. You can probably Google that shit and you'll find it.
That's great. I'll go back to it for sure. That's amazing.
Unless they say it to somebody else. Be careful. A lot of people say that because it's like it's a good reference, but
no, for sure.
With me there, how silly.
That's a great Easter egg. I got to go back and find that one. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to drop a like if you enjoyed the video.
And subscribe and hit the bell for a whole lot more to come.